Transitional labor market is a new perspective on the labor market. It insists on the dynamic aspect of labor markets, on career orientation, reorientation, training, retraining, and also personal transition, for example, from paid work to benevolent work or to child rearing, then back to employment. And transitional labor market try to provide a general perspective and a negotiated perspective on this kind of arrangement. Of course, you can leave all that to individual initiative and market, but the idea of transitional labor market is that such mobilities are a new object for negotiation and collective control. This is a very important question. Transitional labor market, it is not the initial name of the theory. The theory was named by using a German term. It was Übergange, which means bridge, transition towards somewhere. And the term of market comes from use very often, very frequent in labor economics when you speak about internal labor markets. And internal labor markets are organized career inside big firms. When you have a starting point, then you have a qualification, then you climb the ladders of promotion. And the idea of transitional labor market, it's simply the idea that these internal labor markets are no more sufficient for integrating the workers. Then you should have a look at the global career of the workers and inside firms, but also out of the firms. And it's the reason why transitional labor market may complement internal labor market. And I would like to say that it's important to keep the word market, even if it is equivocal, because of course transitional labor markets are not usually understood market like supply, demand, individual choice, prices, quantities. They are negotiated arrangements, but they do the job of a market. And anyhow, if you don't mind the market will mind you. We live in a world where the traditional career does exist, but is no more dominating. You have more complicated career, and then it is key to organize this career. And then you should remark that some aspects of the career are purely professional. For example, when you switch from one job or one specialty, professional specialty, to another, then you need retraining, and this should be organized. And for example, look at the greening economy. With the greening economy, some people will lose their jobs, and many jobs will be destroyed. And of course, new jobs will be produced. And it is very important not to put older people in older jobs out of the normal life, but to keep them, to retrain them, to organize the transition. So transitional labor market could be a tool for a new economy. Another aspect that could be mentioned also is that very probably we arrive in an age of slow growth. The growth will be, for example, 1% of GDP each year, 1% more. And if you have the labor productivity also increasing by 1%, then you will not create any additional hour of paid work available for the unemployed or for the people. So you need to organize transition in order to share work. A good example is people taking a leave, that could be a training leave or parental leave, that are replaced by unemployed people that are prepared for that. Then you have some co-organized mobility, and it is a job sharing process.